Welcome to GDI Consulting BidCast. In this edition, we are covering the 701th Mission Support Services opportunity from the Air Force Research Laboratory's 701th Human Performance Wing. This is a notable pre-RFP pursuit centered on mission support requirements tied to aerospace medicine, human performance, research, and wing-level operations. In the next few minutes, we will walk through the core procurement facts, the service mix, how the government appears to be structuring evaluation, and what contractors should be checking now before they commit capture and proposal resources. At a high level, this is a pre-RFP, agency-specific IDIQ opportunity with an approximate ceiling of $505 million. The attached materials identify solicitation number FA239625RB03. Because the timing is not yet final, the safest way to frame it is that the RFP is anticipated in March 2026, proposals are expected roughly 30 days after final release, and award is anticipated in May 2026. The contract value is approximately $505 million. Other key details are NAICS 541990 and a 100% 8A set-aside structure. The materials point to 5 expected awards, a 5-year ordering period, and a 6-year performance period, with performance centered at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Ohio. This vehicle is tied to the mission needs of the 701th Human Performance Wing. The materials emphasize support across the U.S. Air Force School of Aerospace Medicine, the Human Effectiveness Directorate, and wing staff. That means this is not just a generic staffing contract. It sits at the intersection of aerospace and operational medicine, human-centered research, and organizational mission support. Contractors looking at this pursuit should understand that the government is buying support around a real operating mission with technical, medical, and management dimensions. The scope is broad and intentionally flexible. The materials show a mix of personal and non-personal services, including medical, information technology, advisory and assistance, non-A&AS work, and SCA-covered labor. The task orders may be structured either as FTE-based requirements or as performance-based requirements. For FTE task orders, the government expects clearly defined labor categories, staffing quantities, and qualification requirements, with a general baseline of 1,880 hours unless stated otherwise. The representative service lanes span management support, certified services, technical services, clinical services, studies and evaluations, and engineering and technical support. From a competition standpoint, the materials point to a highest technically rated offer or approach at the basic contract level. They also make clear that technical is more important than past performance or price. At the task order level, pricing and past performance come back into the picture. Another important point is that each awardee is expected to receive a task order at basic contract award, while later task orders will be competed. For personal services task orders, the government may require candidate qualification documentation with the proposal, and may verify candidate qualifications and interest directly. So this is a vehicle where technical credibility and staffing realism appear central to how contractors will separate themselves. This opportunity has some very clear readiness gates. First, an active secret facility clearance is a pass-fail requirement. Second, the technical experience volume is built around a self-scoring model, and the attached materials indicate that an offeror needs at least 2,765 points to be considered technically acceptable. The materials also highlight issues that should shape early capture strategy. Local management presence near Wright-Patterson, rapid staffing, management of personnel across multiple locations, credentials and clearances, travel compliance, and handling of performance issues. Contractors should also pay close attention to substantiation. The government expects documented proof tied to qualifying federal contract experience within the last 5 years, and teaming structures must also respect the required allocation of evaluated experience. For contractors considering this pursuit, the smart move is to assess competitiveness before spending heavily on full proposal execution. GDI Consulting can help you evaluate fit, pressure test your likely scoring position, review teaming structure, and identify documentation or compliance gaps early. The next step is to request a capture and proposal readiness review, using the contact details on screen, or visit GDICwins.com to start the conversation. Thank you for joining this edition of GDI Consulting BidCast.